Hey ho, Highlander here. Thursday night, not Friday morning. When I do my gym thing, that's tomorrow. Tomorrow I got a big day tomorrow, or a long day, or actually a fun day. I'm celebrating Mr. Castardo's birthday. Happy birthday, Erwin! And we're going. Mark and Erwin and I are going to the same arcade place that we've gone to basically for the last couple of years. Basically, I think the last 2 or 3 years we've been going there. Or is my memory wrong? Anyway, that's tomorrow. I am going to the gym tomorrow. And then it's basically off to Erwin's and do stuff. And I wanted to make a video, a little one, just talking about some things that I've been doing. So let's start. First thing that I should have talked about earlier already is Hey Birt's channel, Jeff Birt's channel. If you don't know Jeff's channel, he's all about repairing 8-bit computers, mostly Commodore, but also he's doing some Amiga stuff, and he's done some other stuff. But he does interesting repairs. He doesn't just do cap replacements, and but he has a really nice bread bin repair kit that he developed himself, and he has loads of interesting stuff. The Amiga thing, he bought, I think, 2 Amiga 500s. I think they were old new stock, or new old stock, or whatever you call it. And it's very interesting because he goes into it and opens them and starts them up and does stuff with it. It's a very nice channel, and he's done some sort of giveaways where he would, during his video, impersonate other YouTubers. And if you were able to guess first who he was impersonating, you would win a prize, which would be either one of his bread bin repair kits, or some connectors, or just some handy stuff that was easy to ship across the world. And I won. And the thing that I chose to win was this, and these are the oddly shaped square connectors that go on a Commodore 128 and Amiga power supply. They are odd connectors, and I think they are hard to find, but apparently maybe they're not so hard to find. But I'm really glad that I have these. So Jeff, thank you. I hope some of my viewers who haven't yet discovered you will. I will put a link in the description, so check him out and tell him I said hi. So I thought my camera had stopped working because my battery's almost dead. Anyway, it's still working. I made an impulse buy. I was browsing my local MyPlots website, and I saw a Competition Pro joystick for the Commodore 64, and I wasn't really looking for one, but any one that you can get your hands on is good, right? So I lowballed the guy. Just, I wasn't really out to buy anything, but I thought, well, yeah, I'm just going to offer him €5, and he accepted it. He accepted it, and here it is. Competition Pro joystick, isn't it? It's crap. It's some sort of a knockoff. You can hear it squeaking. The buttons are smaller and really not nice, and it's very lightweight. And I got hooped. It does say, it says Prof Competition. Well, the other one, the real one that I have, says the same thing. It almost looks the same. I just didn't look long enough to it even says Suzo on it. it might be a real one, but then it's probably an early one, but it's really bad. It even sticks in a certain direction, and it's all squeaky, and the stick is loose. So no wonder that he accepted my offer so quickly and so readily. So I figured that I was sort of hooped with that thing, but now that I look at it, it actually says Suzo, but I thought because this one, the real one, doesn't say that on it, and I thought it was Suzy, like ZE at the end, but somebody help me. I don't know. I was almost ready to throw it in the trash, but I think I'm going to open it up and have a little look at it. In my previous video, the one before the EFMB review video, I said that I was going to make a new arcade stick, and that I was going to start doing it and like do the woodwork in a day. Well, the very next day, I started and finished. So I didn't finish the stick, but I did finish the woodwork. So the bottom plate is over there, and all the studs that I need. I made the top plate. I drilled all the holes. But I have to say it was a bit of a disaster because, first of all, I made the base. And the original box that it is made from is like 9.5 centimeters high, and this is supposed to be 6. So I really, really carefully measured 6 centimeters off from this thing, and then I really carefully did the same thing that I did last time. This time, with the experience that I have and knowing what I'm doing, I thought this is going to go great. But I went around, and then at the end, I missed like by 0.5 centimeter. I was off. So I was sitting there thinking, man, I've messed it up. I have to go get another box. But then I decided to make it lower. So this is now 5 centimeters high, and it's got a little notch on the side here. It's not too bad. You won't see it when the plate is on. You won't see it. So then the next disaster that happened, I wanted to drill this hole. This is where the JAMA cable is supposed to come out. So I drilled that with a speed drill. And what do you know? This whole section here, bamboo wood being what it is, this whole section just broke off. I had it in my hand. So what I did, and it's very hard to see also because bamboo being what it is, it's hard to see, but I glued it on, and I tightened it down with some glue clamps, and it actually looks quite good. And I've decided this thing is lower than the other one, which I don't really mind, and this is now broken. So I was already on the back foot with this, and then the next thing happens. I send my plate, right, the top panel. I drilled all the holes, and the last time I sent it off to be laser engraved. And what I did first, I did like the wood finishing on it. I forget what it's called. Hold on. I'm not gonna. It doesn't say. Like a wood stain, right? I did that first, and then I sent it off. And I noticed that when it came back, it looks good enough, but the brown where the laser has cut the shape out is sort of bled out a little. So I thought this time I do the engraving first and then do the wood staining. So what I did is I went to the post office, or what we call post office now. It's just basically a grocery store, and I bought a box to send the panel in, and I figured I would wrap it really well so that it wouldn't get damaged. It was already damaged from the cutting because, again, bamboo being what it is, very fibery, and a little bit just came off. But I glued that back on, so I was happy again. And I bought a box that fits precisely into a mail slot. That way I can send it as if it was a letter. And that's a service that they offer. I get a track and trace code and I send it off, and it goes with the normal postman instead of with the package delivery men. So I get the track and trace code, and you can see immediately that it's been received by the postal company, and then all the scanning is supposed to happen, and the processing, and you're supposed to be able to follow it. Well, nothing happened. Nothing happened to my package, but it was Friday that I sent it. So Saturday, I was first counting on it being delivered on Saturday. Didn't happen. Sunday, nothing happened. Monday, nothing happened. Tuesday, nothing happened. Still on the initial status. So by this time, I started contacting the postal company. Says, what the hell is going on, because my package doesn't seem to be moving. And they said, well, we can't. Well, you go through all the bullshit where you say, oh, your package hasn't moved. No, that's why I call. What's going on? And they say, well, we can't see because it's not being scanned, and you probably just have to wait. And the website said we will deliver the package within 2 days, and they told me to wait 5 days, and I don't have any patience. I can't. I literally cannot wait. This thing gets in my head. It gets in my system. I have trouble concentrating at work because I'm only thinking about what the hell is going to happen if I lose this board. I mean, I can I can hear you thinking, what's the big deal? You can just go back to IKEA and get another one. And of course I can, but I'd have to find a day to go to IKEA. I'd have to spend some more money. I'd have to do the drilling again. I'd have to find another box to send it in because I'm not going to do it the same way. I have to go out somewhere, find a box. I have to find the time to bring. Oh man, I didn't want to do any of that. So this morning it was 5 days, and I sent another message to the postal company, and I said, well, I'm done with waiting. I want you to try and find my package because I'm afraid that you've lost it. And they came back to me and they said, well, I'm sorry, we can't do any investigation because you didn't insure the shipment. And so basically I gave up. I planned today to leave work early, go to IKEA, pick up another board, do all the drilling tomorrow morning before I, and not go to the gym, blah, blah, blah. And I just finished communicating with the postal company, deciding, okay, this is the way it's going to go, when I got a message from the recipient, the laser engraving people. They say, well, we received your package last night at 10:30. God. So it's such a relief to know that my panel is still there, and basically everything is still going according to my original plan. It should be in next week, and then it's just a few more things to do, and I have my second stick done. So I'm really happy with that. There's nothing to show at the moment because, well, what I did do is I labeled the JAMA leads to know which is up, down, left, right, and player 1, player 2, start, select, and all that. So I've done that. I've tested my joysticks. I'm going to get some bat tops instead of the ball tops that I have now. So it should be great. I'm really getting excited again after a week of feeling like shit because I thought my plank was gone, but it's back. What else do I have to say? Oh yeah, I've really enjoyed making the review videos. So I've done 2 now. The EFMB one, a lot of people enjoyed that as well. I'm very glad to hear a lot of people have responded with comments. I've also and I got some good feedback about the music. I just didn't recognize the music. It's Led Zeppelin and it's Aerosmith and probably some others that I didn't recognize there. I was contacted by one of the guys who made EFMB, and he said that they have also made Frantic Freddy 2. Frantic Freddy, the game that I mentioned in the review even. The game that I've mentioned a lot because I like the music so much. And they said, well, we put a lot of music in Frantic Freddy 2 as well. So I want to be making more of those reviews. To be honest, the last one was kind of stiff because I'm reading it off the paper and I don't want to do that. So I've also gotten some tips from people. Thank you very much, Tripcore, by the way. They've given me tips to try and improve that aspect of me sounding like I'm reading off a piece of paper, which I am, but I want to sound a little bit looser. I've been watching, and I have watched in the past a lot of these scripted videos, and people seem to be better at this than I am. So I want to improve doing that, and I like doing these videos. They're not as much trouble as I thought they were. I just do a bit of gameplay. I have a little think about what I want to say. I write some stuff down, and then I make the video, and it seems to make a lot of people happy. So I'm gonna be doing a lot of this, what you're used to, unscripted. Turn on the camera and do stuff, and I'm gonna balance that out with some of the scripted stuff, which I like doing, and you do as well, apparently. So I'm very happy with that. Maybe my channel is going somewhere because today, for the first time in the 5 years that I've been doing this channel, I hit 900 subscribers. Now it goes up and down all the time, so maybe by the time that you look, it's below, or maybe it's above 900. It doesn't matter, but I'm actually pretty excited to go towards 1,000. 1,000 sounds like something that I want to reach. And to commemorate my 900th subscriber, I went back to my first video, and which was 5 years ago. That video is 5 years old. And I think in March next year, it'll be my 6th year on YouTube. So the growth hasn't been spectacularly fast, but that doesn't matter. I'm not here for the fast growth. But I looked at some of the earliest commenters. Mark, for instance, has a comment that is 5 years old there. And the other one is Anthony, Soft Otaku, and CJR. I did my first ever video was a video response to CJR's, I think it was his 10,000 subscriber video. I guess he's pushing 1 million by now. I don't know. But his 10,000, and he responded to my video by thanking me for making a video response. So I couldn't get myself to actually watch the video, and it hasn't had many views. It's not spectacular, but I thought it was nice to go back and see like who was my number one subscriber. I don't even know. Is my original number one subscriber still here? I doubt it, but I'm pretty sure that Mark and Anthony are still here because they still comment on my video. So I'm very happy with that. 900 on to 1,000, and up and away. I have nothing else. I have nothing else. I'm gonna make another video, probably somewhere next week. I've had a bit of a shit week. I've been stuff at work. Sometimes I have stuff at work. Like I said, sometimes I have stuff at work that just keeps coming back, and I just don't seem to be making any progress. And now, finally, at the end of the week, I sort of handed it off to a colleague to say, you know, I'm done. And then he went back in and did some other stuff. It turns out I've been working on something that's really complex and really shit, but it sort of eats at me during the week, and I feel and I had the stupid panel thing getting lost, and it was just a shit week, relatively shit week. You know, I mean, other people out there have shitter weeks than I do, but this was a bit of a tiring week. So I'm really happy that my panel is back, and that I am on to new things at work now. So I should be heading for a pretty good weekend starting tomorrow. We're going to be playing some video games somewhere in an arcade. So all good. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.